Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We are staring at our ship that's making us a fortune. It's super busy around here now, isn't it? They must love it, as they've all built their little houses around here. I don't blame them. I mean, you've got access to the market right there. Be a little bit noisy in the morning, but worth it because you get your fresh fruit and veg. Anyhow, that's an intro. What are we doing today? We're off to the southern valleys of the map to build us a connection of public transport, buses and trams. Yeah, each city's going to have its own tram. Connecting each tram is going to be a bus service. So in between each city. Just a little plan today. Now, maybe, look at all those people. Good night. They super love that boat, don't they? I don't blame them, though. What a view that would be. Just trundling down the lake there. So, yes, we're in Spitz. So that's today's pronunciation. I told you it's going to be different every time. I wonder if that's closer. Anyhow, should we get on with it and bring up the UI? We've got a lot to do today. Our money... It's alright, isn't it? Over $500,000. I'll take it. Look at all of you loving our bus service. It's a good job we put in that anti-clockwise version. No, the clockwise version. Yeah, that's what we did last. There are some people assets on the workshop. I need to install them. We'll probably do that for the next episode, and we'll get some people standing around in the marketplace. And we might be able to put some of these on here. I don't know. We'll do something more with that and we'll make it look like it's lived in. I love this. I absolutely love it. How's our finances anyway? I like the look of that. We're down to 12 million of a loan, which isn't too bad. And yeah, it's only going to cost us 120,000 francs per year. So we'll leave Spitz and head back up to Zweisimmen here and see where our train is. It's on the way. Now, it's going to cost us a fortune to run this, obviously, but if we go to finances, you'll see that firstly, all the text at the bottom is messed up. I don't know what that's all about. Oh dear. And mainly, the blue bar is our money. That's a good thing. What are we doing today? I said I'd like to duplicate this train. I'll tell you why. If we come down here and look at the line rate and only see what we can see, 179. And we want to be hitting this shipment one, which is 400. So there you go. We're a long way off that. Even doubling it is not quite going to max it out, is it? But that's fine. That's fine. At least we can get it on there and we'll make money out, well, the same amount as this one's making. Which will be about 6 million total a year, almost. Near as, right? Now, over here, the stone, before we do the buses, we're actually running to capacity here because I forgot about the stone. We want to be matching this figure, 100, which we are, slightly over, and I prefer to be slightly over than slightly under. And in fact, we could make them wait if necessary, but as it stands, I think they're doing a good job of it, and we can just keep it trickling through. Our trucks could afford to take slightly under their capacity and still make us a fortune. For example, we'll go on here and look at the finances. You add these two together, the two reds, and compare them against the blue, and you'll see we're making good money on each truck. So that's lovely. And they don't go near a city, so we don't need to do any aggressive maintenance on them, which is wonderful. But yes, so we've actually met the criteria for that line. That's the only rate we need to worry about until we can upgrade this. The Spitz. Spitz. Come on, that's about 5 different pronunciations in one episode. Good night. Okay. Right, let's continue and pretend that none of that happened. Right, yes, Spitz Construction Materials Plant. Not a mouthful at all. We've got to meet the line rates on here too. This is the one that's ensuring this doesn't upgrade, because we'd have to get transport. All 3 of these need to go in the up arrows, and then we'll tick it up a notch and we'll be able to bring 200, which we're not overly worried about, because it would be a ridiculous amount of trucks, which is, I'll bring us to the fact we've got the date paused, just to dispel the myth that having the date pause makes it easier is completely incorrect. It would be easier, as I've said before, if you've got a time limit to a goal or achievement to do. But yes, all it does is slow down the game really when we've got it at this speed, which allows us to build things. As would really struggle for this not to look ridiculous. Once it hits 200, we'll literally have to double the amount of trucks we've got on there, which is how many currently? Plus 23. How many are actually on there? Does it say at the bottom? Manage vehicles. There we go. 36 vehicles on there. The condition's bad. Ignore that. It means nothing out of town. It only affects emissions. At the moment, if they ever balance that, then yeah, you might have to change that. But yeah, it would only, what, 72 vehicles on there? Dear oh dear. When we hit play on the old date there, we'll get the faster, bigger trucks unlocking eventually, which will mean we'll make money faster and we can meet the demand quite easy. Right, we need to, though, what do you actually want over here? Steffisburg. You need 79, we're at 33. Now, we could put a bajillion, oh, our train arrived. We could put a bajillion on, but what we're going to actually do is just put 4 more on. More money. There we go. Oh, they came out of that depot. Perfect. It's not actually played the depot lottery, is it, since I've said it? It might have been a weird save. Or somewhere between the patches, perhaps. I can't remember when it was exactly. It's not doing it anymore, is it? No. Just pretend I never said anything. That'll be fine. I also got this wrong and said these are diesels. They're not. They're petrol cars. Or gasoline. And what I should have said is our first combustion engine vehicles are on the roads from the general public there. Yes, combustion engine. That's the words I was looking for. Why I couldn't remember that or said diesel. I was probably thinking of trucks. No, there's no excuse. You got it wrong. Right, let's move over into the valley here. This is what we're going to be doing. Visp, we need to work on. Brig, we need to work on. And over here in Domodossola. Yes. I struggle with this one every single time. But that's about as close as I'm getting with my accent. That's for sure. We need buses here. And a tram service. We need buses here and a tram service. In Visp as well. And Sierre. And also Sion. Close, right? We'll take it. So first off, should we get building? If this ever says 14 million, we're going to go and double that train up as well. But for now, we need to give them roads, don't we? Oh yes, you want curvy roads. I still forget about that. We'll send it near the river. I feel like we're a bit in the floodplain here. I guess it's alright. Maybe it never floods. Who knows? I'm sure some of you know. Now, we're going to have a copy and paste thing going on here. Because it's all going to be part of one single metro, even though it's multiple lines connected. So we're going to get a style going. And we're going to use these. We're going to make them maximum. And we're going to make them electric. We're going to start off with trams, and we're going to have to mess with their roads as well. Let's get rid of that for a second. I don't know why there was someone heading up there. We are going to give them their street back, but it's going to be flat so that we can connect in easily. There we go. You got to dig into that mountainside a little bit, don't you? Now, we're going to do the same thing with each of these. Go for a way to have a preset on these. But anyway, we're going to extend them until there are double the weight in areas on each. And we're going to have them come out of both ways. It should just connect fine because we made it flat. Yeah, there we go. Just a little lump in there. And we can upgrade no, you actually want the other one, don't you? The magic wand. Get that in there. Right, and we're going to do the same over this side. Eventually, we'll scenery all this up, I think. It'll look kind of cool, wouldn't it? It's going to be there. This is all going to be tram. And we're going to do the same over here as well as what we have been doing. We're going to make like little access roads for them. There we go. I won't do... I'll put these on fast forward each time I build these, because they're pretty much the same thing I'm doing over and over. However, once we're done, it's going to look great. That's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking with it. All right, you're going in there. Now, the reason I'm going for trams is because you'll see we've got a 4-lane road running through the centre of... Where are we? Brig. Yeah, we've got a 4-lane road. Now, if you have buses, they'll do a loopy-loop round here, because we do not have access to bus lanes yet. So instead, to avoid that and not get rid of some of this road infrastructure, in order to accommodate our buses or send them on a detour, we'll have trams. And that's the main reasoning behind the trams. All right, let's get you in there. That's our little turnaround point. In fact, we could kind of head that way, couldn't we? Perhaps. And make a larger loop and have them stop down here instead. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll get rid of the electrification here. There we go. Gone. Perfect. Right. Now we need to connect that up. Which way are we going to be heading? I'm going to say down the main street would be a good idea for us. Yeah, let's do that. Shouldn't take us long to do that though, should it? There we go. Get it all done. We might need to rebuild some of these bridges as well. They're not the best. Oh, should we go down the river or should we go down this main road? I think down the main road, and then they can extend past that point there. We're going to force them into a loop as well. That we don't want anything at all. There we go. Make it neat and tidy. We're going to have our depot the other end. I'm going to get rid of those as well. Now that I've decided. Oh yes, catenary there as well. And there. Perfect. I mean, a little bit clumsy, but we'll take it. It's in. Let's get us a tram depot over here. I'm going to say we're going to have a... In fact, we could give it a little access road and come in the side, couldn't we? Electric. That's why I didn't click that on electric, did I? No. No, I did not. We're going to have a bus depot. Well, a vehicle depot over this side, because our closest one is over there. There's one right down there, and there's one near Domodossola. I really murdered the Italian accent there. Dear oh dear. I think having a vehicle depot just here as well, and have this as a big old depot-y area, right? Since this is an access road, this kind of makes sense to me. And I mean, we could do things like this. We could get our paint tool and get these cobbled streets here and mess with it so it's ginormous. And we can put that in like the middle there, so it's all like part of the depot. There we go. Doesn't that look nice? I mean, it's free. This bit isn't free. But it kind of looks cool, doesn't it? I mean, they could either build there, or we could get our fence tool and stop them from building there with a little bit of a wire fence. I'm going to go with that one. Do we want line or curve? I'm going to say curve. We can kind of bring this down like that. There we go. Yeah, that will do nicely. And then curve it around. Oh, you're curving the wrong way there, aren't you? Go for line. I'll do it manually. Now can you curve? There we go. And then we'll line again. We'll do it from this point. It might be facing the wrong way. We don't mind. It's only a bit of scenery, isn't it? Right, and then we'll send it up. In. We're done. Finish. Done. 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 I don't know. That's kind of cute, isn't it? Quaint to channel my inner Vicky. I like it. Should we put a fountain in the middle and be fancy? I've seen fountains in here. I don't know where they are. Misk? Fountain. There we go. Look at that. We can put that in the middle. What do you reckon, guys? Do you like our little depot area? Isn't that lovely? I mean, you can get in there, buy here and here. It's mainly to go and have your packed lunch if you work at the depots. So you can go and sit there. Okay, well, that's not what we're supposed to be doing today. making pretty depots, but we did it anyway. Let's build us another exchange here, and we'll get our first vehicles running along. And yeah, everything should be set. I'm going to have you a little further away, and we're going to configure it. Hey, I'm getting really quick at that. I know I'm fast forwarding it for you guys, but in real time I'm quite quick at it now. Repetitive. Right, you're going in there. You're not curving. Come on. Why are you not curving? Okay, we're probably going to have to click that, and then it'll curve. There we go. I don't know what's up with that. In fact, you could go that way. After all that, you could have stayed straight. It's not the point. Right, then one there. And we'll upgrade this road down here. Beautiful. I think we're good there. This bridge, when we can afford it, which we can technically, but I'd rather not do it now. We're going to have to sort out. You'll see we've got an awkward bit of road here that really slows. Oh dear. Well, it breaks the legs of each horse, which is a little expensive in vet bills, I would say, if you've got to repair your horse every time that you use this bridge. Hey, but they're still using it, so that's nice. Anyway, back onto this. Where is the tram going to be running here? We're going to be running straight through here. Now, the cool thing is we're going to be also going past our bread thing. Our bread thing? That's like that's literally not what it's called. Our food production facility. That'll do. That's a bit better. Bread thing. I mean, I'll take it. Right. No, don't. We don't want catenary. Do that. No, don't keep it. No. No, you can keep it. Let's upgrade this road, in fact. It's going to need upgrading. We can afford it. There we go. And now we can connect us up over here. We can follow the lay of the land. And then at that point, we'll just slot in there. We now have a connection to soar from Visp. Perfect. Right, but we're not doing that bit yet. All I wanted to do that for is we're going to get this tram hooked up, which means we're going to need a... where would this be? If we're in the south and looking north, yeah, we need this on the west side. Represent. I didn't just say that. I'm way too old to say things like that. Oh dear. Right, get in here. I don't know what's up with me today, guys. It's because I've been feeling ill the last few days. And I started to feel a bit better, so I'm all like hyper and happy. Done. I might not even fast forwarded that. That was just speedy, wasn't it? Perfect. I know we haven't done the electrification, but I kind of don't mind doing it afterwards. It looks lovely. Yeah, we need to upgrade that a little bit there. Alright, let's get in our electrification. We'll use this tool. It's just, I find that easier than fiddling around with menu options when building the road itself. Yeah, there we go. All done. Isn't that quick? Okay, should we get our lines done? We're going to have our first one, which is going to be the Intercity one. Get rid of that now. Line manager, new line from there to there. We're going to colour these red. This is going to be 101. And it's going to... I almost spelt it how I pronounce it. Visp. It's going to be Visp to Brig. Just give up with the accent. There we go. And then we want the tram line, which is going to run through town. So we're going to add some stops in the centre of town as well. It's still playing. Look at that. We're at 5.5 million. Lovely. We need some normal tram/bus stops. We're going to have one there just before the tram station. And one there. Although there's no one over there at the moment. Or nothing over there at the moment, I should say. One on the bridge. They might build over there eventually. So we'll run with it. And one here and one there. One here, one there. And one more just before the stop. Now, we're going to need a couple of waypoints because we're going to direct them. so they don't turn around in our exchange. We should do the same up here while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise I'll forget, and then I'll be looking for them when I'm building the lines. There we go. Lovely. Do we have one up there? Not yet. Might be pushing it, connecting all these today, but we'll give it a go. Anyway, let's get a new line. This is going to be the Metro Connect is what we're going to call these. Yeah, that sounds flashy, doesn't it? And it's going to be a metro that connects to these. Right, so after there, is that running in the right way? Yes. Then you want to be going via that. There we go. And then here, all the way back. And there we go. And we're going to colour these white. White and red. I wonder why I'm doing that. It's very Swiss, isn't it? I like it. Okay, and this is the number 3, because if we have any loops, that's what I like to call my loops, is 1 and 2. Number 3 is the, we're in Brig, aren't we? Brig Metro Connect. There we go. Lovely. Right, let's get the trams on there. They're going to cost us an arm and a leg. We'll put 6 on. They're going to cost us 500,000. We're up to 7 million though. Lovely. We'll colour these white, because that's what the trams are going to be coloured over here. They're all different. There we go. Our little trams coming out with our little packed lunch area, dinner area. And there, away they go. They're going to do that. We should start seeing people pop up at the bus stops soon. We're going to have a little connection here between the two. I know, I can hear you already at home. Why don't you just run the metro all the way along here like a light rail? Well, eventually there's going to be rail over here. But the way I'm playing it, we're going to preemptively make these towns grow into cities. All of them. And by the time we get over here then, and we hit the play on the date, we're going to have lots of infrastructure over this way with rail. And our goal is, once we're making a small fortune, is to have varying ways to get through the mountain. Obviously, we're going to have our Intercity Express tunnel at varying heights. But we're also going to have a nice trundle through the mountain as well. We're going to need one through here too. Yes. Probably a very scenic railway through there. We'll mix and match them. Oh, look at them all. They already want to go on our trams. Isn't that amazing? Guys, I love it. So there we go. Let's get our buses on. We'll use this depot, I guess, for these. You don't want to put them on the back of cargo wagons, as entertaining as that would be. We'll go with 4 or 5. 4. No, 5. Why not? We'll colour these red. And we'll put these on the 101. There we go. 101 bus. We need a few stops here as well. So, we'll get our buildings. We'll have one just before the bridge there. And one there. Eventually, we're going to need to connect the southern part of this up to the northern part and exchange with our trams there. We'll have a bus service over that side, I think. Also, let's help them out here, shall we? Because you're doing a bit of a bad job of this. Let's connect this up. Yeah. It's not the prettiest, is it? Right, we need this road. No, you're coming off a bit wonky. No, don't do it. You know what? Can we just do it straight? There we go. I do love that. This tool they've added here, the straight and the curvy. About time, isn't it? You can't say that. Right then, we're in. Let's make this line. This is going to be another Metro Connect, isn't it? Yeah. New line. You're going to go from here to there, to there, to there. Oh yeah, we want this. White is what we're having our trams over this side. And then you're going via there. And then you're going via there. There we go. And, oh yes, we've got to do the shenanigans with these so they don't turn around. I mean, they can, it's fine. But I'd rather they didn't. This would be number 3. And this is the Wisp. Metro Connect. Done. Yeah, let's change this line here. So once we get to... We'll probably change the names of these as well. Once we get to the sidings here, we want to be heading this way first, don't we? So after Brig, go that way. There we go. I'd prefer our buses to cross over than our trams. I mean, we could have put them both on the same side, but I like this. I like this layout. Have one side and one the other. We might change it up for maybe Sierre and Sion. Or no, we've already done Sierre. So, or have we? We might not have done. No, we haven't. Yeah, these two can have... We'll try the other way for those two. That could be kind of cool. Mix it up a little bit. We've got the German names down here and the French names up there. And then they'll have slightly different exchanges. Right, anyway, yes, what are you doing? After this sidings, you want to be going that way round. No, you don't. Because you're doing the same as what the other... Oh, this is what it would be like. I like the red and white, though. I will say that. Get rid of that. You want to be doing it after that waypoint, don't you? No, you're still doing the wrong waypoint, you Bert. That one. No, that's a mess. Wait a minute. That one. No, that's even worse. Oh, hang on. We could change the platform here. No. You've changed the wrong one. Good job. This one. Oh dear, what are you doing, man? This is giving me a nosebleed. This is right, I think. No, it's not. Oh dear. You do want to be going up that way first. And then pulling into here. But you're doing something daft. Is it in the wrong place? Should it be after? Yeah, it should be after. There we go. There we go. Wow. I confuzzled myself trying to be too clever for my own good. But anyway, it's all sorted now. Let's make sure there's no squigglies going on. I love it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes. And the buses should be on there already. We need new trams over here. So we're going to have us... Each of these exchanges, or one exchange per city, I'm going to say this one, is going to have their own tram depot. We're not going to do a one tram depot. That would be ridiculous. It would make more sense that these would have their own little depots. We've got a small fortune in the bank. Not enough to double up our train just yet. Although we will eventually. Okay, we're in with that. How many will we need on there? How many stops do we have? Metro Connect. Manage the line. 8. Although it includes waypoints, so 6. Right, let's buy our trams. I'd say 6 will be enough. Another 500,000. Probably worth it. We're almost ready to... Perhaps we can get that train at the end of the episode. Who knows? That could be perfect. Would have to make us a passing loop though. Oh, there's a stray bit of track over there as well that we need to fix. So we're also going to have to do that. Right, there we go. We've connected 2 of our towns up. Isn't that lovely? And it's getting busy already. Look at that. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Where's our little buses? Have they made it here yet? There they are. There's our little intercity buses. Guys, you could be on a motorized vehicle instead of your horses. Although later on, in the later years, you'll be wanting to go back on your horses because cars everywhere. Anyway, our trams will be down here shortly. There's one. And they all go. Should we connect up this one? Could we do this? We're going to do something different in Sierra, aren't we? Yeah. We are going to be doing a different design. It's going to be none on the right side. I think that will be right. That'll be correct. Yes, we'll have the no stops facing the road, and we'll put 2 on the other side like that, and they'll both be on the same side. So we'll keep the similar design with a double shelter on them. I think it should work the same this way. Technically, they can be one way now, entering and exiting. So we can do it like that. Is that the right way round? I think it is. Yes. So we have one coming in and one leaving. Beautiful. It's a shame we can't have double one ways, like 2 lanes, but we'll make do. We'll make do, guys. And we'll extend them like so. There we go. Perfect. We don't have one-way streets yet, so we can't do anything about that. We could just have smaller streets though, considering it's a one-way system. For now. Could you get a bit of a curve on there? Make it look better. Perfect. I do like it. We could probably fence this up and stuff, but there may be build there. I like it. Alright, let's electrify you. All the way down here. We need to actually upgrade that road. Or change it, not upgrade it. I'm going to change it to street. Maybe they'll actually build there. Who knows? Now, where are we running here? All the way to the other side, I would imagine. Yes. All the way to this side. We're going to need a little bit more road to work with. There we go. We'll just build that there. Perfect. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Somewhere like... Well, actually, I prefer you over that side. Somewhere like there will be fine. And then we'll configure this. And let's get the length sorted. Done. And let's change the access. I'm going to be coming in that way and leaving that way. There, they're kind of cool, aren't they? I like those. Right, let's get back to streets. We're going to need electric. You've done... That's not a curve, even though I have curve selected. Can we double click on it? There we go. We'll just make sure. They're not one way yet, so we don't have to worry about which way we're dragging it. Not that you can't change it anyway. I'll bring you past there. Let's connect that in smoothly in one action. I like it. Like I said, I'm hoping they build around there. Let's electrify down the main street. That's where it's going to run. Beautiful. And electrify you as well. And de-electrify you. That's possibly not a word. Definitely not a word. Right. Let's get some bus stops in, or tram stops as they are, for our metro. Just here and there. 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 And a couple there. Perfect. Right. We need a new line. Have I done everything? Yes. Well, we almost did them all, didn't we? We ain't done too bad. This is going to start there. Head to here. Here. We might need to divert our trucks out the way. It depends. We'll see how this works now. It should... This side, you see, we don't need waypoints because they can only get in one way. So that is the plus side of doing it like so. They're forced to do a loop. But I thought I'd show you different ways of doing it. Okay, this is our... Where are we? Sierra? Yes. Oh no, you need a number. 3. See, we're all uniform with our numbering and naming. Sierra Metro Connect. There we go. Look at all our Metro Connects there. Perfect. Right, you're going to need a depot. Possibly out here. I like the way the tram just ends. No, I don't. I think that looks ridiculous. Oh, we could sort that out, can't we, with putting our depot out here. Anybody remember Cities in Motion? The second one. That did some really cool stuff with trams. You want this one? Yeah, you could have them on like either side or in the middle. Or you just do what you wanted. I'm hoping one day we get that sort of control in Transport Fever 2. Who knows? Right, let's put some trams on. We'll have 6 on here as well. 500,000. Colour these white. And there's your metro. We need a bus service now. Heading from Visp into Sierra. So let's make that one. New line. What do we have? The 101 so far. which is that one. So this is 102. 102 is going to be, what is it? Sierra. And we're going to, oh dear, did I click off it? Probably. And we're going to color you red. And your 2 stations from there to there. There we go. And this one we have to do shenanigans because we have it laid out differently. And it's going to confuse me again, isn't it? Yeah, you did exactly the same thing last time. Oh my days. It's after. And you go in that way. There we go. I remembered. This way's much easier. You can't trip over yourself as much. Right. Perfect. Right. I'd say we're done. We've got everything going. No, we don't. What do we need? You need some buses. Actually on that line. So buy some road vehicles. Let's get some buses going. And then we'll come back next week and see how these are doing. We're going to have 6 buses. And we're going to colour those red. And they are going on the 102 line. Perfecto. There goes our little buses. By our farm. Little cows grazing out there. Oh, do you know what we've not done? We've not had a bear ride. It's not a thing, is it? It's absolutely not a thing. It is, though. I was reminded in the comments. Thank you for that. We could do this. You can fly along with all the wildlife. And you could do this with any of the animals. I should point that out to you. I think that's what we did a lot of, didn't we, in the live stream? We just rode bears for most of it. And that's entertainment. I'll try not to sing it, though. Oh, right. Preparation. We need to figure out, and a little bit of a recap for those that may struggle with signalling still. We're going to do a simple passing loop here. In preparation for having 2 trains running this line. And then we'll end it with a cab ride, but we'll go on our trams in our new cities once we've given them a little bit of time. Right, yes, we need curvy track. We're going to come off here like this because it creates a natural switch. It'll be in this side, given the curvature of the track. Almost like it was planned. Ignore that it's chopping off our train. It's not actually doing that. And we're going to double track up to here and create ourselves a passing loop. And then we're just going to... Is that long enough? I would say so. And then we're just going to come in up here, keep it decent speed. Is there a better curvature? No, that'll be fine actually. That'll be fine. Oh dear, don't do that. 70. Can you go 80? There's 80. 80 will do me just fine for this line. Right, and then we'll signal it up. All you need to create a true passing loop is 2 signal. Yep, with 1 way. You could use the default ones. We're going to use these fancies. I don't know what those do. But you need 1 at the exit there and 1 at the exit there. And there you go. That is a passing loop. And if we look at the line, you'll see it's doing its proper maneuvering. You don't need clearing signals. No. Transport Fever 2, unlike Machinki, does it automatically. As soon as the back end of the train leaves the switch, it will clear the block behind it. So that is one thing I do like about Transport Fever's 2 signalling. It's nicer than having to have a clearing signal, although I guess in real life you'd have some sort of magnet here to tell you when the train has left the switch safely, which would then release the signal next to it. I believe that's how Train Simulator does it when you're designing the route. Anyway, do we have enough money? No, but we will do, I believe, in the next episode. Alright, let's get on board. I guess our first tram we put in, and we'll take a little ride on the tram. Is there one pulling up to the tram stop? There's one just leaving. Alright guys, that has been episode 6. We're on board one of our trams. I got one that has just started the journey. So you'll get to stay on board until the other end, no doubt. I'll try. And yes, that's been an interesting one for me. We've got a lot of buses set up. We've got a lot of metro set up. A few towns are now connected in the southern valleys here. When we come back, what we're doing next episode, I think we're going to be able to afford to double up our logging train and make even more cash. And we'll finish off the towns down this end and link them all up. And then we're ready to move on to perhaps another rail line. Yeah, we should extend our network down probably to Speaks. And then we'll be done with that little connection there. And we can start thinking about heading to Toon. Looking forward to that. Eventually, we are going to be kicking the date on again. But we need to have a look at the trains of this era. I mean, if I hadn't have paused it, we would have missed all the steam era and probably been straight into electrics. Not a bad thing, really, unless you like steam trains. Then it's terrible. So, try and make sure everybody's happy. We'll pause it a little bit in the steam era and take a look at some of them. And then we just get to have fun later on, don't we, by upgrading them to electrics. Or whatever locos, and we can put, like, different locos all around the map. But anyway, that's a long way off. We've got a lot of work to do before then. And until then, take care.